Hey guys, Louis G here. Just wanted to finally tell you the full story of the Trackhawk and where we're at with that. So the Trackhawk story starts in February of 2019. So last year, I got rear-ended in my short box pickup. I was off work for about a month, and I was just chilling on the couch one night, scrolling Kijiji because I was looking for a new ride. At the time, I had the 13 STI hatch, my '06 regular cab short box, a Silverado SS parts truck for that short box for the LQ9 and the all-wheel drive, and I had a '05 Sierra RS. I think that's what it was called. I can't remember. But like this special edition truck, it was from the States. It was all beat up and stuff, but I had it. And then, so I was looking for a replacement for the STI because the STI was getting a little bit tired. Like the third gear had a grind and the paint was kind of getting beat up. And, it was at 140 kilometers, almost 90,000 miles. So it was kind of getting to that, like, oof, you just got to start thinking about, moving on or accepting that the engine might pop at any minute. But anyway, so I was on Kijiji, our local classifieds, just looking for something new, something interesting. I wanted a V8, something that had some legs on the highway because the STI was, being a four-cylinder, they don't cruise comfortably at like 130, 140K an hour, 80, 90 mile an hour. So I stumbled on SRT8 Jeeps. And I was like, oh yeah, I never even thought of this. This is a pretty dope ride, 475 horse, big comfy unit, that's pretty sweet. And, lots of mods for them. So I started scrolling through SRT8 Jeeps, blah, blah, blah. I stumbled on one and it said SRT8 Jeep Trackhawk, trade or swap or 15,000 cash. And I was like, what? I don't even think I knew what a Trackhawk was at that point. So I opened the ad and the pictures looked super legit. Like the truck was covered in road salt, congruent with the weather conditions we had at the time. And the ad was basically like, yeah, unit is damaged, don't want to fix it, want something cheaper to drive, come take it away. And I'm like, okay. So I look up what a Jeep Trackhawk is, and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, the thing's like $130,000. They're selling it for $15,000. Something's obviously got to be up, but I'm willing to at least sniff around and get my hands dirty and see what there is to see about this unit. So I message a guy. It's 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, hey man, when can I come check out that truck? And I don't get a reply for like half an hour, and he's like, oh, do you have cash? Because I don't want to waste my time showing you the truck if you don't have cash. I'm like, it's 10 o'clock at night, nobody has $15,000 cash on them, but let me come check it out tonight and we'll close the deal in the morning. And he's basically like, yeah, I don't want to waste my time, and then doesn't reply. And then obviously this is sketchy, like obviously something was terribly wrong, but I'm, but when you're looking at the opportunity to pick up $100,000 car for 15 grand, I'm willing to do some stupid shit. So I go to bed, 2 a.m., phone goes off, and he's like, hey, when do you want to come check out the truck? And I'm like, I don't know, how about 8 a.m.? And he's like, no, I got somebody coming at 7. And I'm like, how about 6 then? He's like, yeah, okay, no worries. I'm just at a friend's house down the street. Like, just let me know when you're coming. I'll walk down. Like, okay. So he gives me the address, and I look it up, and it's this apartment complex where about a month prior, a body had been found behind a dumpster. And I'm like, all right, okay, no worries. I can handle this. So whatever, go down there, meet him at like 6 in the morning. Short dude about my age, tatted up from his neck to his fingertips. Shows me the unit. I've showed you exactly how I got the unit. Window blown out, nav screen busted. He said that there had been homeless people sleeping in there, soup kitchen, full blown. No key. The key didn't work right. It would unlock the doors, but it wouldn't fire up the truck because it wasn't programmed to the ECM right. So obviously, deal sketchy as hell. I go to the registry with the VIN, run the VIN. They say it's good to go. Look it up in the Canadian police lookup for like stolen items and shit. and nothing comes up. So I'm like, this thing's legit. Let's do it. So get him $15,000. And then I didn't want to like go home. So the Jeep, the brakes were seized just from being parked for so long. And so he happened to have a tow strap. I hooked it up to my STI, and we dragged the Trackhawk out with the STI into the parking lot. I called my tow truck guy. Tow truck guy came and picked it up, brought it to my grandma's house. That's when you guys saw it. That's when the story picks up here on my YouTube channel. And then where I stopped uploading videos, basically, so I bought the unit in February. In August, I had gotten some quotes. No, I guess in late July I got quotes. I picked a body shop I was going to take it to. A friend of mine, his father is getting a Malibu restored there. So I brought it there, gave me a good price on the repairs. I went and bought fender, front bumper, a whole door. Everything was going to get fixed except for the A pillars and B pillars where the prying marks are. So I dropped the unit off with all these new parts. I go to work. I'm getting updates while at work. Everything's going well. I come home. I pay for the unit. No, I'm at work still. I'm going to be home on a Sunday. On the Monday, I'm going houseboating. So I need the truck picked up on Friday. I get my friend to pick it up on Friday. I wire them the money, I think. Oh no, I pay via credit card over the phone. Sorry. And then my buddy picks it up Friday. I tell him, yeah, drive it around Friday night. Enjoy yourself Saturday. It's all good. I get home Sunday morning, or maybe even like Saturday night, doesn't matter. I get home Sunday morning, grab the unit off him, drive it around Sunday, even get a photo radar ticket, and then I even go to like a couple meets that were going on, just cruising the city, enjoying myself. Truck looks beautiful, paint's fresh, interior's minty, just like looking, feeling so good. And then that night I packed the truck up, and in the morning I hop in the Trackhawk like 3-4 in the morning. The houseboating place is 8 hours away. So we have to be there by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're leaving early. I get in the truck. I notice my buddy left his water bottle in there, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I just text him. I'm like, hey, if you want your water bottle, I'm going to leave it in the back of the pickup around back of my house. And he's like, okay, cool. Actually, he doesn't reply. He's still sleeping. But I hop in the Trackhawk around the front of my house. I drive around in the back alley, and then I'll pick up the story from there. So we're in my back alley right now. So I rolled up just like this, had the trunk open in the Trackhawk, was offloading stuff, threw it in the back of my pickup that was parked right over here. Whatever, walked back out like this. SUV's rolling up, and it's pitch black. It's 3 in the morning. So they hit me with the light bar, the roof bar, and I was like, oh shit, I think I'm getting rolled right now, like straight up. And then I see a person emerging, and then I see the reflective badge on the shoulder. I'm like, oh shit, man, holy fuck, you scared the shit out of me. I was like, I thought I was getting robbed. And he's like, oh, we thought you were robbing houses. It was a cop, right? And I was like, oh no, I'm just dropping something off in my pickup. I'm actually headed to Sycamoose right now to do some houseboating. It's gonna be dope. And he's like, oh man, that's awesome, good for you. The weather's gonna be sick, have fun. So I'm like, hey, sweet. Come back to the whip, close the trunk, hop in like normal. It's all good, right? Just headed out to my houseboating trip, no biggie. Drive to the end of the block. Then right about here, they turn the cherries on, and I'm like, oh, okay, shit, they're probably got another call. Let me just get out of the way real quick. So pull over exactly right here. whatever, put it in park. And then I noticed that they're not moving. They stop behind me, and I'm like, oh shit, what did I do now? And then so he rolls up to the window, and he's like, could you shut the vehicle off? It was already off. And I'm like, yeah, it's off. And he's like, okay, something weird's coming up with the VIN. Do you mind stepping out until we get it figured out? And I was like, okay. So I get out of the vehicle. He's like, can you turn around, put your hands behind your back? I'm like, oh shit, okay. Handcuffs me, throws me in the back of the car. I sit in the back of the car. There's a chick in the passenger seat, and there's no cage in this car. And then in the center console, there's like, I think it's a beanbag gun because it had like a 1-inch barrel on it. And then like the AR style, I forget what it's called, I'm sorry. Anyway, like the assault rifle thing, and then a shotgun. And I was like, oh man, you got the hardware in here. And she's like, yeah, we got the big boy toys. I'm like, all right, cool. So whatever, I'm sitting in the back, they're up front. They're just asking me questions about the car, where did I get it, blah, 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 this and that. And they're like, yeah, so it was purchased fraudulently. And then like on the big screen up in the front there, I could quickly read something about, you know, X so-and-so bank, blah, 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 purchased fraudulently, yada, yada. And they're like, yeah, so we're going to have to seize the vehicle. And I was like, oh, fuck. But yeah, they were nice enough to let me go grab my pickup and load all my shit in it. And yeah, I was on my way. So I only have one picture from that event. I was like too rattled and too much of in a rush to take any good video of it or anything. But yeah, I guess that concludes the tale of the Trackhawk, and just thought I should update the channel. Hopefully gonna move on to another unit. Nothing that expensive, you know, on the polar opposite end. I'm looking around for some things, and I have something loosely kind of tied up, but nothing's for sure on that one yet. But anyway, thanks for joining me. Wanted to inform you about what's going on with the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you stick around for the adventure, and you know, we'll rebuild from here. Peace.